Here are some of the latest headlines at Infowars.com, the most banned website in the world, as it tells the truth. Report, Antifa seeks armed volunteers to hold seized ground in Seattle. What could go wrong? Gone with the Wind hits #1 on Amazon after HBO bans film. Neocon Colin Powell says he will vote for Biden and has now put out new comments. Check yourself, Negro. Cornel West explodes on Leo Terrell during Hannity debate about defunding police. I guess he's like Joe Biden. He's like, if you don't do what I say, you're not black, you're not American, you're not anything. This is getting absolutely insane. But you know what? I've decided before we go to our guest here, the Hodge twins here in just a moment, I have decided to join Antifa because they're the heroes when you randomly just attack somebody's vehicle. So here's a little bit of footage of me joining Antifa in an initiation yesterday. Look, there's a car right there. It's Hitler. Get him. Get him. By the way, everyone's commenting that my T-shirt's too small. That's the point, is I'm doing a comedy piece. All right, big fans of these guys for years, the Hodge twins. I want to plug their website, but they want you to go to their YouTube channel, Conservative Twins. Gentlemen, you need no introduction here. Great to have you on with us. I know you've been on some of the other shows, but thanks for being here with us. Wow, where do you want to start with what's currently happening? I mean, what would you call this period of time we're in right now?
This identity politics, this is what caused all of this. And it's all been pushed on this lie that cops are hunting down black people on a daily basis. Right. Which is the biggest lie. I mean, statistically speaking, a majority of our encounters with police officers is good. But the mainstream media is trying to push this idea that they're hunting down black folks and killing them in numbers that's not seen in other demographics of people. Police brutality is a problem, but it happens across all walks of life, not just with black people. I know ever since President Trump got elected, they were saying how divisive he is. I mean, when you look at mainstream media, they're all about divisiveness. They have never been bringing America together. And right now, unfortunately, you can see how everything's breaking out because of identity politics.
Do you think they're successful? Where do you think this is all going?
Man, it's these damn globalists. They're trying to... Western civilization, they're trying to destroy us. I think they're well on their way. Because you got black people thinking that they're less than human, they're less than white people. They believe in white privilege. They believe cops out here hunting us down. That's all a lie. Malcolm X said this years ago. The media is the most powerful organization. They can make the innocent look guilty and make the guilty look innocent. They did it with Trump. They're doing it with the police. They're actually causing our society to crumble. And they've made Joe Biden like a saint. I mean, it's pretty obvious when you see this man on camera that he's not a good person. The things that he does, how he avoids people's personal space regardless of gender, it just makes me sick. Because when you look at this man, you can tell that this man is evil. He's been in office for over 40 years, he's did nothing. And now they're trying to preach to the American people that it's all Trump's fault. He's only been in office for 3 years. These people have been in office for decades. Sick.
Well, I was about to say, what Trump's gotten done has been incredible, and I wish he'd do more, but he's totally surrounded. He's massively turned the economy on, massively increased funding to black colleges and all these other places that actually help people. He's ending wars he said he would end. He's getting conservative Supreme Court people in. All I see is him fighting like hell to keep his promises. And now the Democrats said, we want to plunge the economy. And now they're like, oh, COVID-19 that they hyped up, plunged the economy. And now they're blaming it on Trump. They think we're so stupid. We don't have a memory. Well, you guys have a memory. I have a memory, but I got to tell you, a lot of Americans out there, it seems, don't have a memory. And I'm really worried about Trump. What do you gut level think's about to happen in this election in 145 days?
Man, it's really remarkable what this man has been able to accomplish since he went into office, because the media, the government itself is after him. But I cannot see how this man is not reelected. I mean, everything he's done, regardless of some of the things he's said, nobody's perfect, but Trump has did some amazing things. Yeah, it's like literally half this country cannot think for themselves. If he loses this next election, it's because of that. Because a lot of times people, they turn on the TV, they don't want to form an opinion. They follow what the media's pushing. Yeah. And that's why this country is in the situation that it is. People do not think for themselves anymore. Conservatives, we think for ourselves, but on the left, they go with whatever the media pushes. And that's, if he loses the election, that's why he will lose.
I totally agree.
To ad hominem attacks. Everything that they say is opinionated. They form an opinion and they tell their audience what to think instead of to think. Yeah.
What do you make of CNN and NPR saying Trump's bad to have rallies again, but all these other big mass rallies that are anti-Trump, anti-America are good? Again, they're literally talking out of both sides of their mouth in front of us. It's like a war on logic.
Right there. There's hypocrisy. Yeah, it's no logic. They told us with this COVID, stay home. Yeah. When this George Floyd thing happened, forget about all that. We need to riot. We need to protest. Yeah. It's hypocrisy at its finest. But it's weird to me that half the country, they can't see that. Yeah. Politics in this country is so tribalistic now. People just stick with their side, and they don't sit there and continue to be objective. You have to remain objective in all of this.
I agree. What do you make of Pelosi and them dressing up with like some type of, I guess, Kenyan scarf, which is even Kenyan, and then bowing and kneeling, and then other people getting on their bellies? I mean, quite frankly, I think this is very condescending. I think this is really patronizing. What do you think?
But that's what they've been doing for decades, Alex. Yeah. It works. They've been telling black people that they're not American, that they're African American. Yeah. And black people believe it. They paint us as African Americans. They won't just call out and just tell us that we're Americans. No, we're African Americans. We're less than American. Yeah. And then when they show up in this kente cloth, it is so patronizing. It's right there in your face. Yeah. You know, and people don't see it. Black people don't see it. If I showed up at a Native American funeral wearing face paint and feathers.
Exactly.
That's disrespectful, but they do it in front of black
I was about
folks.
to say, they say if it's a Halloween deal and I dress up and I'm just having fun as being a Greek or an Indian or something, that's not meaning to be bad, so it's not bad in my view. But if I showed up at a Native American funeral dressed up like a big chief, they go, hey, dude, you're a little bit of a weirdo, and you're acting like you're us, you're not. Or showing up at a black funeral in blackface. This is literally like when Hillary would be in Kentucky. And she goes, how y'all doing? Talking to like Granny Clampett. I mean, because if I was in New York, I wouldn't put on a New York accent. Or if I was in Alabama, I wouldn't put on a Southern drawl. I don't get this fakeness.
Yeah, AOC, Hillary Clinton showing up with a bottle of hot sauce. Joe Biden saying, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. I mean, when are black people going to wake up? This is so
exactly. I couldn't imagine showing up at say, some Mexican people's house, and I go, hey, look, I got hot sauce. I mean, what? Who the hell thinks like that?
Hey, Alex, don't forget about the sombrero hat.
Man, I tell you, it's getting crazier and crazier and crazier. When I show up at my friends' houses, I don't even think about what color they are. I'm like, hey, where are we going to go eat? I mean, but again, Democrats, they put everything through a lens. Why do they do that?
Identity politics, divide and conquer. Yeah. That's their whole motto. If people wake up and stop looking at people, judging them based on the color of their skin, just by the content of their character and who's got the best ideas, America will be in a lot better position. Yeah. But until that happens, unfortunately, people of color, minorities, they're going to continue to suffer. Yeah.
Well, that's why the Democrats are panicking. I want to talk to you guys about this when we come back. We see the polls, but I've learned not to believe those. But I know a lot of people of every color, and it does seem like with, quote, minorities, Trump is very, very popular compared to other Republicans. Well, other Republicans are super boring weirdos. I don't blame them. So the polls show upwards of 40% of black males like Trump. That's up from 10% previously. Is that an accurate number from what you see just in general talking to folks when we come back? And what other tricks does the deep state have up their sleeve to try to derail Trump? And if Trump did lose, what will the Democrats do next? Let's talk about worst case scenario when we come back. And it's the Hodgetwins. Check them out on YouTube at Conservative Twins. They've got almost 500,000 subscribers, hundreds of millions, if not billions of views. Look at these new articles that just went live at newswars.com. Antifa releases list of demands after capturing 6 blocks of downtown Seattle. Demands include reparations, abolishing police, releasing violent criminals and rent controls. And all it is a globalist mob meant to destabilize the country. I want to go back to our guest, the Hodgetwins, and ask you that question, the unthinkable. What will Democrats do if they win the election, in your view?
Man, they will destroy this country. Their ideas have never worked anywhere. Socialism, I mean, they will actually destroy this country. Yeah, it'd just be one step closer because, you know, you look at all great nations, all great countries, all empires, they never fall outside of the country. They always fall within. And the Democrats, if they win this next election, they're just one step closer to destroying this country and try to remodel this country as some socialist, communist country that's their main motive. That's what they want to do. They want to ruin Western civilization. They want to ruin our celebrations, our holidays, and they want to turn into something that's evil and corrupt. And socialism works on paper, but in reality, it doesn't work. It's never worked. Yeah.
But it works for the people that bring it in. They sure get rich.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you have the elitists like Hollywood, politicians, they're doing well, but the majority of America, they're going to suffer.
What do you make of, I think it's Trump's biggest failure, and he says he's going to do something now, but the censorship is now over everybody, everything. All my family, a lot of them, I would even call them super conservative. If they just say something supporting the president, they get blocked on Twitter or Facebook. They're blocking everything now. They're censoring the president's tweets.
Yeah. Yeah, I was reading an article yesterday. They're actually trying to ban the president of the United States from Twitter. I mean, just when you think it couldn't get any crazier. Yeah. It just keeps getting dumber and dumber and dumber. And it's like it doesn't stop. It's because these people who are in leadership positions as Democrats, they don't have any ideas. They're not very smart people. Yeah. And people on the left, they get voted in because they're gay or black or they're female. They're not elected because of their ideas. It's because of their identity.
And then the females or the black folks that are actually smart and patriots, they get blocked and attacked by the left the most. In fact, I mean, can you speak to that, or maybe I'm wrong, but isn't the greatest bullying reserved for people that happen to be black or a woman or whatever who are successful but who aren't doing what the Democrats say?
Yeah, all the racism we experience is from blacks. Yeah. We get death threats. Yeah. Just because I don't agree with the leftist mob, with the leftist agenda, because I have strong conservative values, I'm called racial slurs and they get a pass. If a white man comes out and calls a black man the N-word, they're crucified. But on the left, when they do it to us conservatives, it's okay. Yeah. What we need to do is people like conservatives in general, we need to stop being so nice. Yeah. We need to wake up. These people are every day, from the moment they wake up, what they're going to do to ruin our country. People on the right, we need to wake up, we need to stand up, and we need to do something about it. Or just sit back and let this country get destroyed.
By the way, you're calling them evil and corrupt. I know the listeners know this, but even I have been in the trenches for 20-something years. When I go to these rallies now, Democrats didn't used to act this crazy. And I'm not being mean to white people, but let's just say it. It's like 90% crazy, wild-eyed white people screaming, F you, you're white, shut up, you're white, you can't speak, and they're white yelling this at you. I've got hundreds of videos, and it's like they're so cartoonish, and I don't know what happened to them. I mean, I know you've got some rabid black people after you, but I mean, I know you've been out to rallies and stuff. These are some weird white people, too. Going back to our guest here today, I have a clip here that's up on Infowars.com. Check yourself. Cornel West explodes on Leo Terrell during Hannity debate about defunding police. This is all this bullying about people's views. Here it is.
You know, Sean, you asked Dr. Cornel West the type of question you asked in a court of law. He won't answer because he's just giving you old talking points. I'll speak to you, Dr. Cornel West, black man to black man. There's looting going on, and you try to conflate. No, it's my turn. It's my turn. You try to conflate protesting and police misconduct. And shame on you. And you're absolutely wrong. You won't address the issue. You will refuse to address the issue because I'm talking to you. You're not my brother. You're not my brother. You are hurting black people by acting this position. You are taking the wrong position. No, my brother. That stuff plays out. That plays out. Address the question. Do you? Oh my gosh! You have lost control. You're a dinosaur. You're an outright dinosaur. You have lost it, sir. I'm not part of your group. I'm not part of your group. You have lost it. You are a dinosaur. And you know what?
Oh,
He's
yeah.
if
you a Neolithic,
you are
my
wrong.
brother.
You are wrong, my friend. No, I don't think so. Because your position is so way off.
By the way, hit pause. I love how Cornel West is wearing his mask in his house. It's all like, I'm good, you're not good. And the whole thing's a hoax. They put all the regular deaths in the COVID-19 column. It's all come out, it's a hoax. Bill Gates' models were 23 times higher than what even happened. Gentlemen, well, let's finish another minute of this and get your take on Cornel West's meltdown. Here it is.
Off. I will not respect
No, you come out of the block disrespecting people.
Yeah,
you disrespect me the day that Brother Floyd is put in the grave. Who do you
and
think
do all
you
you
are?
want.
Guys,
that does not work on me. That does not work on me. You're not my brother. Keep saying that. It's all talking points. Old talking points. Those are old talking points.
Hang on, guys. All right, Leo, give me a second. Guys, all right, everybody's mic'd out. Hang on. Guys, one at a time. Cornel West, then we'll go to Leo. Cornel, you're up.
Not on this day. Not when Floyd Jr. put in the grave. No,
Leo?
Okay, I'll wait. Okay, thank you. Can I just, you know what? You asked him a very simple question. He won't say he's against defunding the police because you know what? He's in favor of defunding the police. I'm opposed to it. And this man is a dinosaur. We have to protect our community, our black community. And you know why Professor West and I are on this program? Because we have education. We have to improve education.
Let me go back to Professor West. Professor, go ahead.
I love the term. I call mainstream media dinosaur media. I coined that term 20 years ago. But this whole system is a dinosaur system. What do you guys make of this freak out?
Defunding the police? I mean, if anybody should be against defunding the police, it's black people. Yeah. Black people don't even realize that half the murders in this country is committed by 5% of the population. That 5% of the population is black Americans. Yeah. This whole defund the police started with George Floyd's murder. Do y'all realize what his record was? That guy once robbed a pregnant woman and put a gun to her stomach. Yeah. I mean, nobody says anything until, unfortunately, just because his police officer is white, then the mainstream media wants to feed this lie to American people, especially the black community, that you're being hunted down like animals, when that's not even the case. Yeah. And defunding the police department, we need police. Without a police department, you don't have a civil society. Yeah. Look what's happened over the last week with police. Yeah.
200, what is it in LA? 244% increase in homicides since this happened.
Right. It's crazy. You want to get rid of the police? Yeah. But I mean, they don't like what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. Y'all say that's vigilante.
You know, statistically, I got an article here. The left is more often calling the police. They want the police forever. They want the police to arrest us if we're not wearing masks, but they want to defund them. Again, there's no logic. Sorry, it's a 250%. I don't know why I said 244. I think the actual number is 244, but I mean, look at that.
Yeah. It's no logic. It's irrational. And this guy, this professor, he's actually teaching kids, our future generation. Yeah. This man looks like he belongs in a mental asylum. Defunding the police, he looks like a madman.
He does look like a crazy Einstein.
Psychopath. That dude needs to be in a straitjacket in a room. That's what he looked like on Fox News. Millions of people watch you, and this is how you act. Imagine how this guy acts behind closed doors in his own house, talking about when it's not on the record. Yeah. Uncivil, irrational, mental case. And this guy's in charge of our future. But the black community, they look up to this guy.
By the way, I'm a big fan of Leo Terrell. I've read his writings and heard some of his show, but he was kicking ass right there. We need to get this guy on the air. He was just knocking it out. He said, "Listen, I don't belong to you just because I'm black and you're black. You don't speak like some white dude would tell me you're white, so I speak for you, and I speak for you, and you speak for me. That's how cults operate."
That's exactly it. He's preaching black supremacy. Yeah. If white people can't do it, why can blacks do that? Yeah. It's the exact same logic. Oh, you're not being white right now. Yeah. He's doing the exact same thing. Oh, you're not being black. You're not my brother right now. He's preaching black supremacy. Yeah. You either believe in everything I say or you're not one of us. Yeah, and you hit the nail on the head, Alex. That's like a cult ideology. Yeah. Somebody else speaks for you. No, I speak for myself. Yeah. I had family reach out to me, Alex. Oh, what would your mom think? Or what would your aunt think? Because it's like, I don't check in with my aunt and ask her permission who to marry or how to think or how to live my life. Yeah. I'm a grown man. Yeah, I think for myself. Yeah, I'm the man I am because of my mama. My mama told me to practice self-accountability. Yeah. If my mom was still alive today, she wouldn't be happy with any of this stuff. But Alex, this is what is taught in black communities. Yeah. I'm an Uncle Tom. I'm a coon if I don't think like them. Yeah.
Well, to take the police officer, David Dorn, that got shot and killed, a retired detective, a retired captain, and it came out in the news, well, he was a black guy protecting the business. Turned out it was a black business he was protecting. But who cares? How is he an Uncle Tom? Because he did well and was loved in the community and was a police captain. How is black people becoming the establishment bad? That's becoming the system. I mean, how the left teaches black people that you stay poor on welfare and you never run anything, and if anybody ever gets in a position, they're a sellout. That is the... Again, they're literally, as they say, trying to keep black people down.
Yeah, our school system, especially in the black inner urban neighborhoods, have failed black kids. I mean, the reason why we study history is so we won't prevent it. Thomas Jefferson said it years ago, if your government is big enough to give you something, they're big enough to take that away from you. Yeah. And black people don't realize that big government is not good. It's not the answer. It's not the answer. The only way any person is going to live the American dream is through hard work, making great decisions, and practicing self-accountability. Yeah. Your failures cannot be blamed on the white man. You need to look in the mirror. Yeah. Your failures cannot be blamed on something that happened 400 years ago. Yeah. Black folks are actually walking around thinking they're slaves. They keep going in the past. We can't change the past, but you can change your future, being self-accountable.
Well, it's not just black folks. I know so many people that think being a victim is like they're royal or something. Oh, something bad happened to me, so now you've got to take care of me and feel sorry for me. I had all sorts of bad stuff happen to me. And quite frankly, the fact that I survived it, I look back on those bad times, and it's like they were good. I'm not defending bad things happening, but Nietzsche said it. That which doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
Yeah, bad things happen to everybody. Yeah. When bad stuff happens to you, take it as an opportunity to learn from it so it never happens again. Yeah. Instead, people like to victimize themselves and they glorify it. Yeah. And they're doomed to keep repeating, making mistakes.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you coming on the broadcast. Folks can find you on Twitter at Conservative Twins. I want to come back and give you the floor on any topics you want to cover in the final segment of this hour. Then John Rappaport is ready to go. I'm going to hit the psychological study on the left, being 5 times more depressed than conservatives. Welcome back. Alex Jones here live. I was just in the break room getting a glass of water, and there was Fauci saying, oh, COVID-19 is far from over. In fact, it's worse because as more tests go out, they've been proven that are fraudulent, provided by Bill and Melinda Gates, who got shut down by the FDA, but not before tens of thousands of the tests went out, tens of millions. They then say, oh, you're all positive. Nobody's sick of this meatpacking plant, but we got to close it. Sabotaging the entire economy. Meanwhile, Elmo and his dad discuss why racism is a huge problem in our country in CNN town hall. Now, oh, we don't believe lying CNN puppets of the New World Order, so now they give us actual puppets. This is getting too insane. The Hodgetwins, find their great work at Conservative Twins on YouTube. And gentlemen, fire out your website as well, because I mean, I'm all about promoting the big platforms. People can find you, but it's also important to promote the actual websites so people can find you there in cyberspace. Give folks the best website for you.
Yeah, you can follow us on Instagram. We're at Official Hodgetwins. Yeah, we're on YouTube at The Hodgetwins. No, that's Facebook. On YouTube, we're Conservative Twins. Right.
All right, gentlemen, I could ask a lot of questions, but just in the time we have here, what else do you want to put front and center to the couple million folks that are watching?
This what we've seen over the last week or so has been a culmination of what the media has been pushing on the left for like the last couple of years. Now those chickens are coming home to roost and they're getting what they want. Our society is starting to crumble. I don't want a lot of people to buy into this country's racist. I mean, we've traveled all over this country. We've traveled all over the world. This is still the best country on this planet. Do not feed into the lies that mainstream media is preaching to everybody that whites are against blacks. Don't believe that. A majority of people in the United States are good people, hardworking people, not racist. Don't let a few bad apples destroy the entire bunch. This is still the greatest country on this planet. But we have to still continue to fight for this country because this country is under attack from within. Our own politicians. They're trying to take this country in the direction that other countries have taken in the past, and those countries have failed. People are actually fleeing those countries to come here, but now we're trying to institute those same failed policies from other countries. We need to stand up. You need to believe in our country. Capitalism is the best political economic system that has freed more people out of poverty. This socialism, it does not work. Do not buy into a huge government that's going to provide you a house, the American dream. It will not happen. It cannot happen. The only way you're going to achieve the American dream is through hard work and making good decisions. You never want to bow down to your government. Your government can't give you that American dream. You have to earn it.
Remember when that sad black lady in Florida got up and asked Obama for a free house, and he said, we'll get it for you? And then the Democrats never called her, but Republicans got together and got her the house to make a point. But that is just sick to tell that woman, we're going to help you. She's living out of her car, and they didn't even help her.
I mean, they just, whatever they do, it's for a vote. It's not out of the goodness of their heart. They're seeking power. That's all they want. As soon as that camera turns on, Alex, they go into that little acting role they go into. As soon as that camera turns off, it's like they cut it off. They forget everything they just said.
And that's because the system recruits sociopaths. Sociopaths are maybe 1 out of 50 people, folks, but the studies show that it's sociopaths and psychopaths at the top of a government during its collapse. And I think we're going into the collapse cycle. As you said, I hope we can have a renaissance and come out of it. What do you guys see long term?
Long term, Trump's got to get reelected because, I mean, what they're pushing on left, Biden has no backbone. This guy's actually pushing policies he's never stood for his 40 years in office. He's never stood for any of this stuff, and now he's advocating for all this socialist crap, all these horrible ideas. It's because he has no backbone. Trump's a true leader. He's going to take this country in the right direction. He needs to get reelected. I hate to imagining him losing the election, what that would do. I couldn't imagine it either, but sometimes, Alex, you do have to take 2 steps backwards before you can walk forwards. Hopefully, we don't have to take those 2 steps backwards in the meantime. We took those 2 steps back with Obama. Trump, we taking steps forward now. Right.
No, I agree, but you talk about a backlash, though, if Biden got in, because look, here's the deal. Maybe Trump's going too far with his prison reform, but there are people that have been in jail 30 years for one thing. They need to get out. I mean, I think some of it is too extreme. But here's Trump doing what liberals always said they wanted. Biden's the guy with lock up all the black people, and then he's the one up there saying Trump wants to hurt the black people. I mean, it's just not true. It's just, when you know the players, it's ridiculously fraudulent.
It's like, how many times someone's going to tell you these lies? Like, Mimi showed up at the black church and told everybody they're going to put you back in chains. And there's no pushback. They believe everything this man says. They on the left, they preach that old white men are racist, but they sit back and listen to him. Joe Biden's an old white man. There's nothing wrong with being old and white. Usually,
well, I'll tell you this. The average old white person is like a virtue signaling liberal who literally is on another planet. I mean, it's just crazy.
I wouldn't call them liberal anymore, Alex. They're far from liberal. I wish they would bring liberals back. These people are lefties.
I agree. You're right. You're right. In fact, PragerU has a great 5-minute piece on the difference between a liberal and a lefty. You guys, give me your definition in closing of a liberal versus a lefty.
A liberal is typically what a Republican is now. Leftists, they're illogical, they're irrational, their views are hypocritical. I mean, they back in the day, with just dumb stuff. There's no such thing as gender. Science has already proven this hundreds of years ago. Typical liberal nowadays, they don't believe in anything a true liberal believed in, like Second Amendment, freedom of speech. Everything nowadays, they've stolen that term liberal and made it into something that is not.
I totally agree.
Yeah, but they're not liberal anymore. They're leftists. They're illogical. They're no reasoning whatsoever. Never knew what you had until it's gone. I wish the liberals would come back.
I agree. Back that up. I love how that one senator with the white hair, I forget his name, he's got a leopard print face mask as well with his Kwanzaa outfit. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It'd be like if I showed up at Black Friend's house in like a Zulu outfit. They'd be like, what the hell is this? Be like, is this a joke? What? They'd laugh about it. But I mean, if I showed up serious though and said, I like you, and I had like a black face on, I was in an African outfit, they'd like, I mean, this is crazy, man. These people are crazy. Again, why don't they know how that looks to the average person?
Right. I mean, I was thinking maybe Nancy was gonna braid her hair. I thought what's the big guy's name? Jared Nadler. Maybe he should have showed up in cornrows.
Yeah.
Cornbraid.
He doesn't. I don't think he knows what planet he's on, man.
Look how he's trying to put the mask on. That was like, and this guy can't even put a face mask on. This guy is a member of our government.
He's a committee head.
And then she can't even get back up. She's leading this country and she doesn't know her own physical health. If I get down right here, I'm not going to be able to get back up. But she's leading this country.
I was about to say, nothing against her that she couldn't get up. But if you can't get up, don't do that on camera.
Exactly. But you know why she did that, Alex? They thought they was going to edit that part out. She knew she couldn't get back up. They wanted those cameras to make them look good. Yeah.
These people are crazy. Gentlemen, you're awesome. And again, on YouTube, it is Conservative Twins. And people can find everything there. The Hodge Twins, we love you. Please come back again, my friends.
Oh, thank you for having us. Thank you, Alex.
Folks, please boost what they're doing. They're reaching millions of people a week. They've got a lot of courage. And please boost us. The only way we get out and reach new people is when you take action. All right. Normally, somebody who's a great host, John Rappaport's like, yeah, I don't care if I do the show or not, fourth hour. He's like, I want to do the fourth hour today. John Rappaport is fired up. He is ready to take over. But I've got to play Fauci. And the crazy stuff he's doing, and then this report about Democrats being way more likely to be on psychotropics and being depressed. We already know that, but they don't just look like mental patients for nothing. They are mental patients. And the mental illness is growing because it's been made fashionable to turn loose of your mind and go crazy. So that's all coming up. Separately, high-quality, storable food is now available, now only a 4-week wait. In fact, some people are getting it in 2 weeks. With all the craziness in the world, folks, you need storable food in case Trump fails, in case we fail, in case it goes into total depression, which there's a good chance it will. I don't want to be negative. I'm just telling you, you're crazy if you don't get storable food in the highest quality, very low price, very affordable, ready to ship to you. Is available at InfoWarsStore.com, and then that funds this infrastructure and everything we're doing, and a lot of upgrades and a lot of things we're doing behind the scenes. Take a lot of money to run this operation, so I want to thank you all. We've got, like, I learned 10-year-old switches for the internet. That's $60,000. They just reordered new switches earlier because it knocked us off the internet. So that just, it takes money to run this. I want to thank you all for your support. InfoWarsStore.com. We now have the X2 and spray bottles as well.